Hey guys, Andy here, and welcome to the actual full release of Let's Meet Adam. Y'all know how excited I was about the demo. I finished playing it last week, the demo rather, and yesterday or today, I don't really remember. My days kind of blurred together. The developer messaged me on Tumblr and said that the release was out, and I had to go purchase it. And you know, I'm excited for this, and it was generally terrifying for me. I love escape rooms. I love the little dude right here. So I'm gonna jump right in because I'm just gonna keep on babbling. Hi, I'm Adam. You may have seen me around. I've got 2.2 million followers on Nowgram, and it's still rising. Recently moved to LA from the East Coast. I'm gonna be an actor, model, or maybe a fitness guru. There's endless possibilities. Uh, my friend and I are going to an escape room to celebrate our latest successes. With so much going for me right now, is there anything I can't do? I love this intro. This is amazing. I love the pink blood. It kind of reminds me of Danganronpa. And I fucking love Danganronpa. We got Lars, Earl, Pierce, Vince, Kang, Bart, Lucky, and of course Adam ourselves. And nothing really changed from the names. So, I'm assuming it's going to start up pretty much the same as before. Wow, just wow, this place is so rad already. We haven't even gone in yet. Adam smiles, eyes taking in each smear or piece of grime as he walks into a soda dock foyer. Vince, one of Adam's new West Coast family, follows closely behind. The friends had just left registration, dropped off their phones, jackets, and other restricted or inconvenient personal items. Despite the friendly reception, Escape Mansion WeHo had an air of something unwelcoming. Probably intentional given the situation, Adam thought. Indeed, we're pretty lucky, Adam. As if we'd actually get invites a few weeks after we requested spots. And we got in together. You know that doesn't usually happen, right? Vince nods silently as usual. At least the dude's smiling this time. He needs to emote more. I mean, how is he ever gonna land a row? This is LA. Vince is a good actor, but the industry is all about schmoozing and kissing ass. He thinks he's mentoring me, a new kid on the block, but I think he's lucky to have a friend like me. Hopefully, my charisma rubs off on him. I feel confident talking to just about anybody. Always have, and hope I always will. How did the read go, by the way? Not bad. Small bit part. Hardly any lines, really. Well, then, that's just perfect for you now, isn't it? Very funny. I let out a half scoff, half chuckle. I would love to do voices for the characters, but I can't do voices. All my voices are monotone and lifeless. So that's all you need to know about me. Anyways, I'm just glad you made it out tonight. I had an audition earlier today too, but I've been dying to try Escape Mansion WeHo since it became a thing. I mean, multi-room, multi-hour format, production value up the wazoo, invite only, mad elitists. I love it. I'm pretty happy you had the idea to try out too. Ben scratches his head while sweeping his hair awkwardly. His bicep flexes unintentionally, but impressively nonetheless. This is Vincente? Vincent. But he goes by Vince. I've known him for a few months, and he's a fellow aspiring actor. We met on some hand soap commercial set in Hollywood, and we've been bros since. He isn't the usual kind of guy I bring around, as he's surprisingly quiet. I think the word is introverted or something. But look at him. He's not bad and has cute friends. We get along, and it's nice to have someone to rehearse with. And although Vince hasn't broken out yet, he knows a lot of up and coming young indie actors in LA. I'm gonna stop for a minute and say this looks like somebody I know and follow. I'm not saying on which social media format, but it looks like someone I know. He lets me tag along to some sweet parties and premieres. I think I'll keep him. You seem too excited to be honest. Huh, what do you mean, bro? You seem hyped up. Are you still thinking about that? I blushed slightly. He must have thought he caught me by surprise. Oh, no way, Vince. I'm completely over that. Before we got in, as we were walking towards the mansion, we passed a car in the parking lot with slightly fogged up windows. Vince wanted to ignore it and pass by as quickly as possible, but I'm pretty mischievous and wanted a closer look. Whoa, whoa, that is totally inappropriate for my channel. God damn it, now I gotta censor it. Amazing. I know most people would be shocked, but this is WeHo, or West Hollywood. The gay mecca of Los Angeles, and shit like this is coming around here. Especially on weekends at night. I didn't get to watch him come, but I would have loved to. Oh, well, it got me hot and bothered. I'm pumped, if artificially, for this experience. I look at Vince and grin. Again, it was pretty hot, though. Vince just sighs and nods his head toward the wall ahead of us. The two men approach the door, and just before heading in, Adam takes one last look around. A mounted television sits high up in a corner, flashing noisy television static. For atmosphere? The entrance is a bit mucky, and various splatters of unknown stains mark it sporadically. Given that the mansion is new, Adam figures it must be intentional and fake. The door itself looks heavy and has a disabled keypad on it. An odd shape is painted in the center with what looks like neon paint. Adam starts to feel unnerved, but Vince confidently pushes on the door, holding it open, ushering Adam through. The door opens up to a short, almost pitch-black hallway which leads to another door. Adam takes a deep breath and walks through. What opens up to them is a library with ceiling that seems impossibly high. The darkness of the room, lit only by a rumbling fireplace, obscures the ceiling completely. Books line every wall, like a grand library depicted in mansions remote movies, except there are no windows, no light. Then, simultaneously, four sets of eyes turn to Adam and Vince. The mood from early in the foyer has completely changed. Adam gulps as something dreadful seems to linger in the air. I half smile and kind of raise my hand to say hi to the strangers. Normally, I'd walk up and start introductions, but something told me not to. First on my left was his handsome daddy, a beefy muscle bear with whom I was definitely feeling. I nod and sort of wink to acknowledge him. His eyes narrow in a scary way. Did he just give me cut eye? After what feels like minutes, he makes a sound like blowing air out of his nostrils, eyes still laser focused on me. But without warning, he lets away, completely disinterested. Beside him is this Asian guy who barely turns his head to face us. Instead, only his eyes turn. They inspect, starting at my feet, then upwards until our eyes meet. He's pretty cute for an Asian, and normally I'd think he was checking me out, but those eyes, the way they slid at me. Cold, not a hint of anything. I couldn't read them at all. The vibe in the room was tense, dark, even. Were they all scared? Was it just nervous anticipation? Or was there something else? I gulped a second time, but was able to speak up. Hey, everybody! Vince nodded at them in his typical silent way. Hi, guys. On the leather sofa, a kid with green hair and the craziest shirt smiles and waves meekly at us. Finally, someone friendly. Whoops. I'm Lucky. I'm not that I'm Lucky. That's my name. My name is Lucky. Hi, Lucky. I'm Adam, and this is my friend Vince. Besides Lucky was the last and probably oldest guy. Nothing about him stands out physically, and I'd bet his personality matches. Like a guy you talk to for 15 minutes on the street, run into the next day and have completely forgotten who he was. That would be me, because I fucking never remember anybody. Like at work the other day, somebody said hi to me. I'm like, who the hell are you? And I looked up from what I was doing. I'm like, oh, it's you. I'm bland like oatmeal. Yep, that is definitely me. I am like oatmeal. He's just a bit on the sofa and then says in a bored way, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you, boys. Steve reaches out and we shake each other's hands. This is Earl, Lucky says while gesturing at the man in the red shirt. Earl merely nods with an unwavering expression. And this is I can't remember your name again. It was Bart. The name's Bart, says Mr. Daddy Bear. Nice to meet you, Bart. I've seen you around. I think I know who you are, Bart says gruffly while his arms seem to fold even tighter. Why don't you both sit? Steve and I can make room on the sofa, I think. Ben shakes his head and points for Adam to sit. There's no room for us both. I'll stand. Well, what a gentleman. It's your loss. Adam, you can sit beside me. Don't mind if I do. So, did you guys just get here? Well, Bart and I showed up first around the same time. I was a bit anxious at first. Mostly because, at these sort of things, escape rooms, you usually go with friends. You have friends? Bart chortled half mockingly with his one eyebrow raised. Well, no need to answer that. Oh. He was kidding, I think. Just don't mind him. Alrighty. Anyway, it's weird how we're all strangers was my point. So, let's just all get along. At which point, Bart and Earl look to each other. Earl finally shows a slight smile as Bart raises both his eyebrows in reaction to Lucky. Oh my god, the fucking painting. I just remembered that goddamn painting exists. Steve notices them and lets on with an unconcerned expression. Anyhow, then I think Earl showed up next, and finally you, Steve. I didn't work today, so I laid around my place, watching TV, waiting until I should leave. And it ended up being late anyways, somehow. Heh. You live in WeHo. Yes, indeed, I'm from around these parts. What about you, kid? Oh, I'm from Hawaii originally, the Big Island. No, do you live in WeHo? Ah, oops. No, I live in North Hollywood. It's alright, but at least it's better than WeHo. I hate West Hollywood. And I'm not some kid. I'm older than you think. Trust me. If he's 30, like he says on his goddamn jacket, sure, whatever. I smile at Lucky with a taunting grin. It's fun. You aren't going to ask how old I am? Nope. Oh. I hear Vince chuckle in the background. To be frank, boys, I like this format. It makes the whole experience more realistic. It's not easy taking this escape thing seriously when you can turn around and joke with your close pals. Yeah, I can see that. I'm all about immersion. Actually, this is good acting exercise. What did you say, bro? Vince and I nod at each other and he flashes me the thumbs up signal. Although you and your pal here somehow ended up being invited together. Well, no, not together, but picked at the same time, coincidentally, I'd say. Interesting. Well, what are the chances of that happening, huh? Especially since I heard they pick us all randomly. I felt uncomfortable. What is this Steve guy getting at? Alright, so tell me one thing. What exactly are you trying to say? I think all he's saying is you guys must be really lucky, that's all. Lucky's trying to diffuse the awkwardness, I guess. His hands were waving frantically. Yeah, that's all I was saying. Whatever. I started to take in more of the library and saw expensive-looking vases, busts, and butts bound in leather with ribbon. That's when I noticed the freaky painting above the fireplace. Lucky must have seen me eyeing it. What do you think of that painting, by the way? It's gross. I don't mind it. Wow, really? You're a lot braver than me. When I first entered this room alone, it gave me the shivers. So much that when I heard the big metal door to the library open, I just about pissed myself. It's probably set up here to get us all in the mood. Get us in the mood for what? I say jokingly and pervertedly. Well, in any case, it's definitely not the original. It's gotta be a reproduction or a print. It's like a pretty good copy, though. Do you know the name of it? No, but I'm sure it's famous. It's like Saturn devouring something. I don't know. I was kind of taken aback. This was the first time I'd heard Earl talk. Up until now, I wasn't sure if the dude could. He has a smooth, rich voice, like a tenor. What? Oh, nothing. Just listening. Oh. Also, those vases look more like urns to me. They kind of do. Ugh. I see Lucky shiver. He nervously combs out his green hair using pudgy fingers. Earl follows suit and casually sweeps his hair from the front and to the side with his left hand. I heard the organizers rotate and change the theming as much as possible so no one attending knows what they're in for. But it looks like the theme for us tonight is death and good eats. Bart's deep voice piping in and out of nowhere surprised me. That's vile. Relax, I'm only messing around. If you're not going to take this seriously, then why are you even here? Take it seriously. Why would I? Are you frightened or something? No. I just appreciate all of the hard work they're putting forward and trying to scare me. I don't scare easily. Neither do I. But I've heard a ton of good things about Escape Mansion WeHo from my coworkers and the kids down at the center. So I figured, why not? I'm here. It's in my neighborhood. Why did you decide to participate, Adam? And, Vince? To meet people, to spend time with Vince. Something to do on a weekend. I think I chose that in the demo, but let's go with spend time with Vince. Cute! Vince smiles slyly, but is totally embarrassed and lowers his head. In a way that doesn't involve scripts and acting auditions for a change. Besides, I just moved here from New York City 7 months ago. I promise to take advantage of all that LA has to offer. I'm gonna make this city mine. You and a bunch of other people, Adam. Earl simply smiles knowingly. I came because Adam wanted to. Pure and simple, huh? Not much to say. Yes. Your friend is good, Adam. Bart, Vince should be your role model. The large man furrows his brow all flustered. He tries to fold his arm to appear bigger and unfazed. Well, I'm just here to experience probably the only legit cool thing in WeHo. You're one of those jaded gays. I prefer worldly. And I love video games, and the escape room trend is like a live-action puzzle meets horror survival at times. LARPing, possibly an MMORPG-style adult video game. What the fuck is this kid talking about? I don't know. I only caught about half of that. Besides, it's something to do on a weekend evening. I don't usually get to go out so much. Come on, I'm sure you have friends. Oh, I do. My two best friends live right here in LA. Just, it'd be nice to date someone or to have a date on a weekend. I guess no one's found me to be their idea of cute yet. Well, you're here now, Lucky, and lucky you is you, boy. Thought I'd throw the guy a little bone. I can't fucking read, okay? Hey, isn't anybody gonna ask me? No, fuck you, Steve. You got the most boring ass name. The entire group just looks at each other awkwardly. But before anyone could say anything, the metal door opens and shuts, and out of the shadows, then illuminated by flames, steps in a seventh man.